signing Shane Waldron, and what are the expectations for Shane Waldron? Y'all know we're gonna talk about it, break it down right after this.
Now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Chicago Bears Central. We got the squad in here today. Hayes with me, C-Dub and Steve-O. How y'all doing, fellas?
Feeling great.
Good.
Hey, let's go ahead and get it. Before we get into it, if you're tuning in, hit that like button and subscribe for all your latest Chicago Bears content. But hey, now we on to the topics. Hey, I want to come to you first, C-Dub. We know that Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears made it official with the signing of Shane Waldron, somebody who was coveted around in Chicago. But in your opinion, C-Dub, did Ryan Poles show his hand with this signing?
I'm gonna say absolutely not. Shane Waldron was a sought after coach for head coach and offensive coordinator around the league. So that was just a get the best guy for the job type of signing. Now, if you was to go and get Cliff or Roman, then you would probably go ahead and put two plus two together and see what was going to happen with the quarterback. I think that's what we're talking about right now.
Yep.
The quarterback. So I think not. It can still go either way. It's 50-50 for me. I don't think he showed this hand at all.
For sure. Steve-O, what you got for us? You muted.
Oh, my fault. I think he hit his head. He hit the nail on the head for me. Like, I didn't think he showed his hand at all either. With the hiring of Shane, you basically put yourself in both positions where no matter what quarterback comes in here, you have the full confidence that he's going to find a way to make it work. And he's just that type of coach. But I understand people gonna try to put any little trophy. He worked with Caleb and such and such, and then he worked like in some form or fashion. He worked with Caleb and Justin in some form throughout the years, and that's just how it works. Like that's just how it works when you go through these certain programs and things. So, I don't think he necessarily showed his hand. I think other things kind of points to that direction. If you're thinking that we're gonna keep Justin.
For sure. Came to save you for last, Hayes, because I know you kind of touched on it early on the daily, but for the people that kind of missed it, can you give your take on that?
Anybody who thinks that anything they did makes you they know what the Bears are doing, they just talking out the side of their fucking neck. Period. Like this signing leaves the door wide open for everything. And so I don't think Ryan Poles has tipped his hand, mainly because I don't think that they have decided yet on what they're going to do with the quarterback position in Justin Fields. They haven't got a chance to work out Caleb Williams yet. We already know that Ryan Poles, he does not make a decision on drafting anybody until he sees them in front of him working out, or at least his coaches have. That's it. He's going to get it. He's going to evaluate everyone. They're going to bring everybody in for workouts. Any of these creatives, any of these analysts, anybody who's telling y'all, oh, well, the Bears are clearly going to do this, they just trying to take advantage of the fact that they know Bears fans want to know what the fuck's going on. Stop believing that shit. Don't nobody know what the hell they doing right now.
That's exactly how I'm looking at it, bro. Don't nobody really know what's going on. And to Hayes, your point, we haven't even gotten to NFL combine time, pro day time. So I and Poe sat at the podium and pretty much said that this thing is going to take however long he needs to take to make this decision, because let's keep it a buck, it's probably one of the biggest decisions, you know what I'm saying, that he has to make as a GM right now for the Chicago Bears to get it done.
Oh, yes. Oh, there's no doubt. This is I think this job is on the line with this decision, because it can go really bad. You don't think so? I think so, because the team can go down. Or
the team we've been down for a decade.
I don't think the team is going. I think it's going up. They won 3 games 2 years ago. They won 7 games last year.
So by that logic, though, C-Dub, is that the team's not going to go down. If you've already gone up with Justin, you're not going to say that the team's going. You wouldn't expect, because you're going to make improvements to the team for the team to go down from that. So I don't think that's to say Ryan Poles' job is on the line because of this QB situation. It's not. It's not like he didn't make the decision on Justin. So even that would be his first time making. I don't think in any world is Ryan Poles, just because of this offseason, his job's on the line. Not with Kevin Warren being new, not with Matt Eberflus being only a second-year head coach. It's too much new with this team for his job to be on the. until recently, every person to ever hold the Bears GM position has been there for a decade plus.
Okay.
I
Go ahead, Steve.
now I will say, like, I don't think his job will be on the line, but I do think that seat get hot because I think with everything I think a lot of
Stop. Hold on. Because this is like Ghost of Judah Tribe keep having this dumbass people come here. First of all, your joke is lame. You keep using the same one. Come up with a new joke. Secondly, you over here capping for a man who uses Beijing in his beard, trying to talk about somebody else's beard. Stop being a bitch and a mama's boy, because we know you sitting there hiding under your mama's room when she's getting smashed out, and this is the best way that you can come out and get your shit off. Calm the fuck down. You it's funny, cool. You can make a joke on red beer because guess what? You ain't got a fucking identity of your own. So try to use mine, but you ain't got shit coming in here trying to cap for a grown ass elderly man who can't do shit and can't get over 2,000 subscribers in 7 years. Shut the fuck up, sit your bitch ass down, and watch actual creatives create. And instead of sitting here being a bitch boy for old ass man who can't create worth shit. That's what you can do. Get back to your point, Steve.
Motherfucker. Yo, the real. It's getting
I don't
real.
forget it.
Yeah.
Hey, I would say, go ahead.
Yeah,
Steve.
I remember. I just think I won't say like his job is on the line, but I will say I think it's a little bit hot because, like Kevin Warren said, he's slowly running out of patience. He's not the type to be. He said, "I'm not the type to start yelling." And I found myself yelling a lot during this season. So like, I don't like you said, I don't think it's like his head's finna roll, but it's like, okay, if we keep Justin, and for some reason he's stagnant, and we see an ascension with Caleb, it's gonna be hot. If Justin goes and he's successful, but we don't make the playoffs, his seat hot. And that's how I see it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go on. Like next year, the expectation is to be competitive and go to the playoffs. I'm sorry. That's what we got to do.
I don't care,
now,
right? No matter who.
No matter who. You got a rookie quarterback or Justin Fields. So you got to make the right decisions.
It's facts.
And that's how I'm looking at it too. That seat gonna get hot, bro, because if you make the wrong decision, everybody's gonna look at you. But my thing is at the end of the day, bro, these draft picks, you just don't know. They didn't have CJ Stroud slated to be the number one quarterback coming out. Everybody wanted Bryce Young. Even had the media telling us to go get Bryce Young. I'm not saying Bryce Young is a terrible quarterback. He was placed in a weird situation. But nobody expected CJ Stroud. So the point is that these is pretty much gambles. Because we could go ahead and draft Caleb Williams, but who's to say that Drake May might not be better than him? We don't know that to be the answer.
We're leaving out.
That's what
we're leaving out.
That's a lot of things to think about. Before we move on, want to get this super chat from Mitch. He said, bros, I don't even think Pose know what Pose is doing at this point. So how could anyone know for sure? Keep up the killer content. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for the super chat. And that's the whole point behind it all. Don't really know. We don't know. Everybody trying to find a name associated with Justin or Caleb to try to draw and feel like they got the answers first. But in reality, we don't know. So
like he went to chemistry class with Caleb Williams and shit.
His son actually was wearing a Caleb Williams jersey 2 weeks ago. If you add that 2 weeks, that's 14 days. You get that 14 minus 1, which he was wearing the jersey. You get to 13. That's Caleb Williams' number. That's what people are doing right now. It's like y'all got to chill. But here's what I'll say: like everything is open right now. Anybody who's telling you that the Bears are absolutely holding on to Justin is capping. Anybody who's telling you that the Bears are absolutely going to Caleb Williams is capping. Ultimately, right now, everything is open. And Ryan Poles, what he has to evaluate, and people, I think you also need to keep this in mind, it's not just evaluating Justin versus Caleb. It also, in a lot of ways, is evaluating what can you get back with that number one overall pick. That's a big thing as well, too, because if you're getting a lion's share of picks in the future and this and that, like which is rumored, we don't know that for sure right now either. That's also hard to turn up as well. So, Ryan, it's not an easy decision to make as some people are making it seem. And I don't envy the position Ryan Poles is in. But like I said, regardless of whatever it is, just make the right decision. If the right decision is Caleb, Make that right decision. We won't know for another 2 years. If the right decision fields, you make that right decision. That's it.
Facts.
I just had to point this up, sir. He's a Syracuse Orange.
Who is that? Cal
The
McCord.
The former Ohio State quarterback that was ass
Kyle
last year.
McCord has more upside. Kyle McCord, they are literally bringing in a quarterback from Atlanta that played there to be their new starter. That's why Kyle McCord got the hell up out of there. Kyle McCord got more upside. Kyle McCord don't even know if he's going to be playing college football next year. That man going to be fighting for the same amount of snaps C-Dub's expected to play next year. Come on, bro. What are we talking about, man?
And it's
Kyle
the same.
McCord
Hey,
is
Hayes,
garbage,
watch
bro.
Ohio State. So,
Oh, bro, I'm an Ohio State fan.
I watched the hell out of Cal because Cal ass. I'm gonna just say it just like that. Cal is trash. You don't go from Ohio State to Syracuse and you're good. That don't nobody.
And keep in mind, Kyle McCord was the transitional quarterback for Ohio State. The only reason he started last year because the guy they wanted wasn't able to get in there, and they just had lost Stroud. He was a transitional quarterback at one of the most prestigious colleges in the Listen, bro. Kyle McCord got more upside.
Lost his job. He lost his job to an Alabama quarterback that ain't play a snap yet.
Kyle McCord, come on, bro.
But
what are we talking about here?
Hey, on to the next one. Hey, so with all things considered, with Shane Waldron, we got our guy Steve-O. What are your expectations for Shane and the Bears offense, my guy?
One, it's a lot of things I'm looking at. One, I'm looking. Are they going to give him some? Like, I'm hearing rumors that he's looking at other people to hire. So I'm like, are they giving him that opportunity to pick his staff or who he wants around him? That's one. Two, I'm honestly looking to mainly the passing game when it comes to Shane, because like I said, with Semo being still here, I know the running is not going to be too much different. The terminology is going to be pretty much the same. So I'm basically seeing his creativity with the run and the pass, and cleaning up some of the pass concept that we was suffering from this whole past 2 years. So to me, I feel like what Shane's walking into is pretty simple compared to all the other ones he was being asked to, versus like he was being asked by interviewed by the Saints. Like, that's a more difficult job to do versus something that's already got something that's halfway built. He just got to put his little English on it to complete it.
That's fair. Hayes, what you got for us?
I mean, let me think. Dub, go. Let me think on that. I need to think on that.
Shane Waldron is, most people talk about him in a positive light as being a great offensive coordinator for young quarterbacks. Although Geno Smith wasn't that, I don't want to call him young. Geno Smith averaged what 20-something passing attempts a game for his career before he got to Seattle and was dealing with Waldron. Then you look at all the receptions that those receivers got on that team with the weapons they got on with Lockett and what's the big beastly guy? What the fuck is this? DK Metcalf. DK. And the third wide receiver, Darnell Mooney. The third wide receiver also had 100 targets, damn near 100 receptions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I expect him to come in, and no matter which young guy it is, Justin Fields and Caleb Williams, to start on the ground running, bro. I expect them to take off and be decent out there, be productive, and be competent. Because everybody says everybody wants him. He's this coveted coach that everybody wants. I want to see it.
Facts. You ready, Hayes?
Yeah. So here's what I'll say on this: is that you got to look at some of the things just that McVay's scheme brings. They are going to be under center more, both run game and pass game, which we've talked about. How much we were starting off behind the line when scrimmage on clear running downs, which never made any sense. But then the success rate that they have also in being under center in both the run game and the pass game. McVay's system is a lot more dynamic than I think what people understand that just watch just football and just don't understand, like, when you go to passing, when you go to pass on non-traditional passing downs, and that success rate that they have on that confuses defenses because they don't know what to expect. So I think that the system that McVay runs is going to put a young quarterback in a great position because it's going to take advantage of what defenses typically expect, and it's going to help you be able. So if you can make those reads, if you can make those throws, it's going to put you in a really good situation. And then on running backs, like we know what we have to do when it comes down to running backs, and I think that ultimately, like what McVay is going to bring to this offense, if you're just looking at paper, just looking at what the Seahawks did and looking at the stats, you're not going to understand how much he varies that system and how dynamic it truly is. It's coming, man.
Yeah, and I think the expectations, I know like a lot of us gonna say we need to be top 10 in this, we need to be top 5, but the greatest thing that I want to see is just competence at the position. Because there was so many times where we was scratching our head. I broke so many pens slamming them up against his desk because of Luke Getsy being an absolute idiot, like ridiculous. But I want to throw this at y'all. We knowing that it's been reported out there that he's going to interview some of his guys that was on his former staff in Seattle. Can y'all see some of his former players coming over, considering that Pete Carroll is out at the head coach? As the head coach, so can y'all see some of his players maybe coming? I know it's a few rumors that's kind of moving around, like Noah Fant, which is a tight end over there, and then the center who's going to be a free agent. Can y'all see any of those players coming over?
That's why I was going to ask, like, who? Because ain't too many people I want. Like, in terms of a talent wise, there's not too many people I want, and the people I do want, in my mind, there's no way Seattle's letting them go. And if they do, it's not going to be easy. So I need to do more work on that O line because that's probably the only person I'm looking. That's probably the only thing I'm looking at. Like if they got a center, maybe.
Yes,
I'm looking at him.
If he want to go, I can't think of his name right now, but he's going to be a free agent. He was the center for the team.
That's the guy you talk to.
That's the guy.
That's the guy you talk to. Like anybody else, I don't really. Yeah,
for sure. Anybody else?
I think when it comes to
Steve-O. I'm sorry,
players, I'm not really worried about it. I love the ideas of this coaching staff coming on. The players, just go out and get the right players, whether they come from Seattle or not. If they come over, help that learning curve. Cool, right? But I think if you're going to spend money on premium positions, get the best talent first. The coaching staff, that's great. That's you want because that helps that shorthand between ones that have the coaches that already have that shorthand between each other, have that communication, know the system. You want that. So I want him to bring over as much of his staff over that wants to come, that fits what we need, that has what we need at positions that we needed. That's what you want to do. The players, I'm a little here and there on that one.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm just looking at it for it is what it is. Me just get the best people in here. Because I know that we still gotta grow. I don't care if they come from Seattle, just don't come from Green Bay because we ain't had no good success.
No more Green Bay.
Taking no more players.
No more ops.
No more ops. I don't want
nobody else in the division. Yes, we keep them right where
I
they
take
at.
the new hunter though. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm with you on that.
That's different.
That's different. That is different. Defensive players got different mindsets. Last question on this topic though. I mentioned it to Hayes. I said, with all things considered, with Shane Waldron and the way he's able to pass, there's a small chance for Darnell Mooney to get a 1-year prove-it deal. Steve-O and C-Dub. I gave that to Hayes yesterday. What y'all think about that? Y'all think it's a chance or no chance at all?
Steve-O.
I believe there's a chance because, you know what? It is a slim, but it's very slim. Why is very slim? Because you almost like it's a risk, and it's more of a risk if he stay on. When I say risk, I'm thinking if I'm in the head of Mooney. It's a risk if I stay here because I'm putting in a lot of trust that you're gonna put me in the right system because I believe, Mooney got a lot of things he could work on, but y'all already know. I think Luke Getsy wasn't even the worst coach on his staff. It was the wide receiver coach. And then now that he's gone, I'm kind of excited to see if he stays, what he will look differently. And with Shane Waldron on top of that, I think it can first of all, last year was really he was thinking like this was his money year. So with DJ coming in, I think he slightly got a little attitude because he's like, damn, this ain't gonna look good. So he might. The reason I say he might take that year just to prove himself more, so he can get himself a contract, or if he does decide to go somewhere else, it's more easier. It's more options to go out there.
For sure. C-Dub.
I respect that. Darnell Mooney will continue to have a very good career. It's just not going to be with the Chicago Bears. I think he had his shot. I think Tyler Scott is damn near similar. Similar bills. They damn near look the same on the field. I'm not talking about skill. I'm talking about height and the way they look.
Okay, well, yeah, same deal.
So I think he had his chance. And once I seen that game where he showed that effort on the field, I'm straight. I said it with the same thing with Roquan. I'm straight. He done with Chicago, so we should be done with Darnell.
Hey, you acting like he was he Pickens, that man.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro.
Here's the thing. I think that if Shane Waldron looks at Darnell Mooney and says, "Nah, I could rehab this," I think Darnell Mooney's going to come back, and I think it's for a couple of different reasons. I'm gonna lay out a couple of different scenarios. One, if the Bears are going wide receiver with one of their first round picks, whether it's trade or whatever, high in the draft, I can see them saying, all right, even if we got to pay Darnell Mooney a little bit extra, we got a player on a rookie scale deal, and DJ Moore isn't up for an extension for another 2 years. So whether it's a 1 year, 2 year deal, maybe they may overlap it some. And then also, I don't think there's going to be a market for Darnell Mooney. So I think a 1 year prove it deal is very likely. When you look at the production that Darnell Mooney's had the last 2 years, I don't think he's going to go out in the open market and get paid a bunch of years. Now, that doesn't mean that he's not going to leave. Also, that he could still leave and go somewhere else. But I think that Shane Waldron coming in, how he does spread the ball around, he gets every wide. If you're healthy and you can catch, he's going to get you involved in the passing game. And I can see Shane Waldron looking at Darnell Mooney because he is going to run slants. He is going to do those type of things and saying that speed, I can get him the ball in the open field.
And to add to that, and real quick, Steve-O, if Shane Waldron looks at Darnell Mooney how he looked at Tyler Lockett, he might have a chance to stay because he was the guy who was able to stretch the field for the Seattle Seahawks and be like, take advantage in the middle of the field was Tyler Lockett. If he sees that in Darnell Mooney, I believe there's a chance. Go ahead, Steve-O.
No, I just think because don't get me wrong. I see the flaws with Mooney, but at the same time, we also got to take into account.
Hey, hold on for 1 second, Steve.
Go ahead.
My people in the chat with the wrenches in their name, y'all not doing your fucking job. I'm tired of looking at these pesty ass, trolling ass goofies. Get them out the chat, please. Thank you. Go ahead, Steve.
Handle that.
I don't even know if we have any of our admins. Evie's an admin, right? Evie,
is too.
You got full reign to get these idiots up out of here because listen, they just
if you don't like it, they can go.
The thing is, no, here's the thing. When you come in here and you look for attention from grown ass men, that just tells me that your life is terrible. It's not it just is what it is. At the end of the day, you are still looking for you coming in here in the football. You have nothing to add to the football conversation because you're more so sitting there looking for attention from grown ass men. And that's sad. That's a sad place to be in.
Facts.
Get their asses up out of here. They don't deserve to be on the platform.
No, for real.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just saying, I won't necessarily say he would look at him like a Lockett because I think that's two different skill types. I think he's gonna look at him more as a doomsday because that's his. No, I'm not thinking of it. I'm Jackson Smith and Jigba. That's what I'm talking about.
That's great.
Jackson Smith and Jimbo was killer in the slot. And that's when we seen the best Mooney, when he's a Z receiver. And what we've been doing is not using him in that. We've been telling him to do other things. So, I see why he looks so bad. And it's kind of like I get why he got frustrated because A, I'm not getting the ball. 2, I already know I'm not going to be my best self in this situation. So, but I do see the flaws that you got to work on, but also I look at the wide receiver coach. So, and then again, I don't know with Mooney. It's really going to be up to him because to me, I kind of think it's going to be a market for him because everybody's looking for a slot receiver. And if somebody's going to look down, somebody's going to look down his track record and be like, this motherfucker had 1,000 yards. Bring his ass. We'll figure it out. Somebody's going to do it. So that's my
Right.
only thing. I feel like I said, it's up to Shane, it's up to people around him, and it's most importantly, it's up to what Darnell wants to do.
For sure.
Bro.
For sure. So just go ahead and continue on, Steve-O. Do you think Shane Waldron will have a huge part in the draft?
I think Shane Hodges has a huge part of who's staying, who going, who's getting drafted, who they want 5 years from that. Like he's going to have a lot of key things of what's going on, especially on really on the offensive side of the ball. So yeah,
I
Hayes,
believe.
how you
Oh,
looking
go
at it?
ahead.
I think
Oh,
he
my
will
bad.
because I think when you look at it, right or wrong, and I'll give you this. Luke Getsy couldn't call plays to save his goddamn life. But one thing Luke Getsy did do, he identified some players in that Senior Bowl that we ended up drafting.
Oh, he
And
did. He
so
did.
I
Yeah,
think
he
if
did.
we gave Luke Getsy the ability to go to the Senior Bowl and say, hey, this guy's pretty damn good, we should probably bring him over to this team, and we drafted some of those guys, I absolutely think Shane Waldron's going to have a say. I don't know if it's going to be Shane Waldron's going to come in there and be like, hey, I want you to draft this guy, and they just absolutely go out there and do it. But I do think that they're definitely going to take the scheme, who Waldron wants, all of that into consideration in how they continue to build out this team. Absolutely. Because like I said, the proof's in the pudding. They gave it to Getsy, and Getsy's a fucking idiot. So you better give that same thing to Shane Waldron.
I got
Oh
some
yeah.
news for y'all real quick. It
Oh, what
says,
happened?
according to Jeremy Fowler, Seahawks passing game coordinator Sanjay Lay interview with the Bears today for
Oh, I talked about
offensive
that this
staff
morning.
position. But
Yeah.
the reason I wanted to bring it up is because DK Quoten said he pushed me to be a great receiver and broke down my rights like I never heard before.
Oh,
Okay.
that's what they need.
Yeah.
But C-Dub, you want to
Yeah, I'm gonna just agree with
interject in
the
there?
fellas. Just out of respect of Shane Waldron, and you want him to be great with this team. You want to be successful. You definitely want him to put his input into the offense side of the ball. Anything less would be crazy. So if you want this offense to succeed, he definitely has to have input.
Yeah, I think the Bears really I think the last two drafts they drafted more defensive guys. This draft, you absolutely got to go after the offense.
Oh yeah,
You have to attack that. No matter if you sign a guy off the streets and you believe he can come in and be a starter, you got to push competition in those rooms. It's time to be great around here, and the standard needs to change. That's just what it is. We improving, but we need to make sure that we supplant ourselves so we can make sure we get things done, not just for now, but future as well. So it's gonna be a lot of interesting things coming down for sure.
Absolutely. To add,
Anybody?
we gotta get it right because this division, I think maybe next year, is gonna be the toughest in the NFL. I think it's gonna be the toughest.
I
If you
say
look
second.
at Packers, you look at Detroit, and then how good we're gonna be, and Kirk Cousins may be back next year. It's gonna be a fucking dogfight the whole year.
Yeah, we definitely gonna be in the top 2 to 3.
Yeah.
Who you got?
This
who
division
you
is going
got
to be
in
a
there?
monster. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, I got what?
I said who you got as the other tough divisions.
That West is gonna be a problem.
Yeah,
for a minute.
NFC West absolutely
It's
gonna
like-
be a problem.
It's going to be a problem for that's why I still feel like they're probably going to be number 1 for a minute. But I could argue that we're probably gonna be 2 or 3 for sure.
For sure. Hayes, you had something?
No, I agree with that. I definitely think we're gonna. Can't say we're gonna be the toughest, but I definitely think we're gonna be one of the toughest. Much like I think what the AFC South is not. I'm sorry, the NFC South is not tough, but there's a lot of parity there. I think there's going to be a lot of parity in the North next season as well, where you have a clear team that's probably going to come in as the best, and that's Detroit, and that's fair. But everybody else is all going to kind of be around the same area for sure.
Agree. Anybody got anything left before we get up out of here?
Oh no, I ain't got nothing else. Hey man, y'all get it together in the chat. I appreciate y'all for handling that a little bit later, bro. But we can't allow no goofies.
Hey, y'all
No
can't
good
say
face.
the blicky as he turned into.
Hey, Cachet. Hey, listen, exactly.
Oh, bro,
he's in this motherfucker, bro. Like,
Shout out to Shay.
Blick.
Listen, shout out to Smear62 in the chat.
bro,
Like,
bro.
listen, Smear60 always holds us down.
Yeah.
I be seeing him on enemy lines, but he be defending us over there as well. So I appreciate that.
Oh, bro.
Before we go, Smear60 said, hot take, Russell Wilson to the Vikings. No, I was talking with my homie. He said he want him in Pittsburgh. I don't know. Pittsburgh might
I
be
say
too tough for
I got two
Russ.
spots. I got two spots in this one. It's Pittsburgh, and I ain't gonna lie, Buccaneers.
Mm.
Damn, what
Over
the
Baker?
fuck? Baker Mayfield can't get no
Listen,
love and
Somebody
respect, bro.
leave Baker Mayfield alone. I like Baker,
Damn.
bro.
I like
I
Baker
like
too,
Baker.
Grill.
Leave Baker
Damn.
Mayfield alone, man.
He
Everybody
balled
trying to fuck
out,
with
bro, the
Baker.
whole season.
Motherfucker, he better with two fucking Hall of Fame wide receiver, another good ass wide receiver, and a award, fucking a championship winning O line, a championship defense. Hell yeah, he better be cold.
Damn, bro. People just be disrespecting Baker, gang.
Bro, they really do. Like,
I didn't say he was bad, but is
You
Russ not
replaced
better?
him after he took him to the
Russ,
playoffs.
bro, Russ need to go ahead and just retire, be a stay-at-home dad, bro. Russ, like, like, come on, what are we talking about, bro? Russ, in the year of our Lord 2024, Russell Wilson. Oh,
I
bro.
ain't defended. I
on,
just
man.
gave y'all the answer. I gave y'all
Right.
the ball
Come
and
on,
swing at that
Come
bitch.
on,
You
bro.
buddy.
But I will keep. I ain't gonna lie. I will keep my eyes open for Russell Wilson in Pittsburgh. I will.
Yeah, I
keep my
think
eyes
Pittsburgh-
open.
Russell Carrington Wilson just needs to retire and stay the fuck at home, bro. Like that, like, come on, bro. What we doing, man?
Hey, right, they
Russell
just
Wilson.
had that next baby too. Yeah, go ahead.
Exactly, bro. Just go ahead. Like, listen.
Go
listen,
ahead, build a little future to be the next quarterback.
There's nothing. First of all, you get to clap Sierra's cheeks every day you retire. Do that. You
Do that.
also
doing that
raising little future and be like, hey, now don't be like your daddy, boy. That's enough.
You bogus.
Hey, nothing would be more funnier. You've been catching all this hell raising this motherfucker.
bogus as
When
hell.
this motherfucker is a 5-star quarterback, I'm going to cry laughing.
And you know what's
Bro,
funny
they ain't
too?
gonna be able to say
you know
shit.
what else is funny? When Lil Future names his son Russell, like you won, bro. Just chill.
This don't get too comfortable.
You hear me?
Future
For
can
real,
always fuck up the family and just be like, listen to this song.
Facts.
But they
But
don't
this
even
thing, you
listen
know
to
what?
that motherfucker.
You know what? If you go and look, Future's streams have been going down. Like, if you go play all the songs you want, but guess what? Everything that you got to worry about another man training your son every single day. They gonna be listening to your song while he's teaching them to throw a football. Who really won?
That motherfucker already know how to catch.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
That motherfucker try to do some
When that
broad
motherfucker
shit.
have a 3-step drop and throws a 40-yard bomb, they gonna be like, "Hey, Russell really taught that boy." So ain't nobody gonna be like,
They
"Hey,
ain't gonna
Future,
say,
taught-"
Daddy,
come
ain't
on now, bro."
I
Come
swear
on,
to God, that'd be the funniest shit. You do some broad shit. This mug get drafted as his wide receiver when he 38. I'm going to cry.
This
That's
man
funny.
is funny.
Son to son connection.
Hell no. But that's it from us today, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure y'all continue to rock in, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. You can follow us on all social media platforms at Shy Bear Central. And we are on TikTok for those that just want those quick takes coming in. If you want to leave a voicemail, make sure you call in. Make sure you speak loud and proud. We want to hear you. 773-242-9336. And as we always say, Chi-Town up and better fuck.